Hi guys. So one of the questions I get is how to wean your dog off treats when you've done positive reinforcement training. So I'm going to walk you through the steps. Each of these steps should take several days, sometimes weeks. So go slow. The first thing I'm going to do is start giving my dog treats, not every time they do it, but occasionally. This is called a intermittent reinforcement. Intermittent reinforcement is great because it keeps them sort of guessing, like maybe this time I'll get one, maybe this time I'll get one. Kind of like when you go to Vegas and there's a slot machine and you're like, maybe this time I'll pull that handle and I'll win that million. You know it's not likely, but it's possible. And so you keep doing it. The same is true of dogs and treats. The other thing is if I normally cue my dog with this hand, I say sit and then I give them a treat. Good job. Poor Scouty, I didn't really have a treat. I'm going to start saying sit and then I'm going to give a hand with this treat. Excuse me, I'm going to give a treat with this hand. So that what they start learning is the hand that they're following is empty. That doesn't mean there won't be a treat. After that, I'm going to start making sure that each time my treat is hidden in my pocket and I have to reach for it every single time. I don't just have it out and ready for my dog. When you're doing this, it's really important to use a marker word. A marker word is a word that sort of helps the dog take a picture of what's going on right in that moment, so they remember it for a few extra seconds while you get that treat out of your pocket. So my marker word is yes or good. So if I ask Scouty to sit and he does, I'm going to say yes while I get my treat out and while I hand it to him. Oh, buddy, this is just torture. Now, to go back to reinforcing it only occasionally, giving a treat only occasionally, as they get better and better at it, the way I decide whether or not to give them a treat is whether or not it was difficult. So Scout knows how to sit, but say one day I ask him to sit and he doesn't. And I ask him again and he doesn't. And I ask him again and he doesn't. Now I'm like, what is wrong with my dog? He knows how to sit. There's nothing going on that should make it difficult, but he's not doing it. Well, maybe he had a bad night's sleep. Maybe he has an ear infection I don't know about. Maybe his tummy is gurgling and keeping him distracted. I don't know what's happening. He's clearly having a rough time. So when he finally does sit that time, I'm going to give him a treat. No, it does not teach your dog to pretend to fake it in order to get a treat. I don't know why not, but it doesn't. On the other hand, if I ask him to sit and he does it the first time, but we are in some super crowded concert and he's done it, that's pretty impressive. I'm going to give him a treat for that too. So give a treat to your dog when things are difficult. We want to reward for them trying, and that way they always keep trying. So go do your intermittent reinforcement and, well, I don't have a good way to end this.